And breaking updates coming in, gunshots have now been heard in the Hurdumir Tral area of Jammu and Kashmir. Reports suggest that 2 terrorists have now been trapped in this entire operation. Meanwhile, the operations still continue. These are operations of the SOG Avantipora and other security forces as well. An encounter broke out in the Tral sector of Jammu and Kashmir, where reports suggest that 2 terrorists have so far been trapped. We are still awaiting more details, and we will shortly try to go across to my colleague Zeenat, who is also closely tracking this. But let me also go across to Zeenat now, joining us live. Yes, Zeenat, help us understand this latest operation by the SOG Avantipura and other security forces. 2 terrorists have now been trapped.
Yes, there is an encounter that has been going on in the Hardamir area of Tral of South Kashmir. The operation is being carried by SOG Avantipura along with 42 RR of Indian Army and CRPF. There were the reports about the presence of terrorists, and accordingly the search parties reached to the spot where the terrorists fired upon the security forces, triggering an encounter. In fact, since morning, this is the second encounter in South Kashmir. Earlier in the morning, there were an encounter in Shopian where the 2 terrorists of the LET were neutralized, and now again the focus is in South Kashmir, but this time in Avantipora Tral, where the 2 terrorists have been trapped. An encounter is on. As per the sources, the police have received the information about the trapped terrorists. Accordingly, they raced to the spot, and finally the joint operation is underway.
And stay with us, Zeenat, and help us understand more details of this entire operation. There were gunshots that were first heard in the Tral sector. Reports suggest that there were 2 terrorists that have been trapped. Any more possibility and information coming in of how many people might be trapped in that entire region and operation?
See, as far as the encounter in Tral is concerned, what I'm picking from the sources is that the 2 terrorists have been trapped in Hardumur area of Tral of South Kashmir. This is the part of the Avantipora where the encounter at present is on. And talking about this year, if we talk about 2021, this year since till morning, the toll of the killed terrorists has reached to 160 terrorists killed by Jammu Kashmir police along with the Indian Army in the Kashmir zone alone. In the morning, there was an encounter in Shopian, South Kashmir, and now again in South Kashmir's Tral Avantipora district, where the encounter has started. The firefight has begun between the terrorists and the security forces, and as per the sources, the 2 terrorists are trapped in this area, and in fact the reinforcement more has been rushed to the spot. This is the South Kashmir Tral, though Tral has been in his news, in particularly if we talk about the year 2016, because in 2016 the Burhanwani, who was the HM commander, were also from Tral, and Tral also erupted, was one of the reasons for 2016 agitation in the Kashmir Valley. But today the Jammu Kashmir police along with the Indian Army have reached to the terror hideout where the terrorists were hiding, and they fired upon the security forces, triggering an encounter. As per the reports, that the 2 terrorists are trapped in Hardumir area of Tral of South Kashmir.
All right, thank you so much, Zeenat, for getting us that update. Meanwhile, 2 terrorists have been trapped. We are still awaiting more details, and we will be closely tracking this entire encounter.